I hope y'all done had a good lunch and everything. Want to come on live real quick and just and share a couple of things which I think would be beneficial for you, especially if you are a thinker. Okay, I want you to be sure. Be sure. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, something came on. I didn't know what it was. All right, let's go to me. Okay. Hello, hello, everybody. Look here, I'm not going to be on here long to this evening. I wanted to just come through real quick, and I want to tell you tonight. I would love to see you on the Sir Hell Speaks Network. Okay, if you haven't already been to Sir Hell Speaks Network, make sure you go over to Sir Hell Speak, press the subscribe button, and I'm going to show you how to do it in just a few. But I wanted to share something with you that was so, oh my God, it just touched my heart this morning. And to see so many women and so many men coming from all over the country online every morning at 6:45 a.m. Central Standard Time with Sir Hellspeak as he's holding intellectual conversations, talking about daily news and things like that, having fun and bringing solutions to the community abroad. I wanted to share with you this afternoon just a snippet, and you might, if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, you might have seen this snippet. But this snippet really touched me because it turned very. At first, when he started off this morning, he was talking about like Steve Harvey and his thing to his mom. So I actually can pull that video up because I have it. But he was talking about like Steve Harvey and his mom, and how when Steve Harvey went to the schoolhouse, and when he went to the schoolhouse, the teacher had told, the teacher had told Steve Harvey. Oh, hold on, I don't think that's it. The teacher had told Steve Harvey that to write on a piece of paper. He told him to write on a piece of paper what he wanted to do when oh, that's not it, what he wanted to do when he grew up. And Steve Harvey put on the piece of paper that he wanted to be on TV. And so the lady at the school, she got mad. The teacher at the school got mad at him and was like, "Why would you write something like that, etc.? I'm gonna send you home, and I'm gonna tell your mama that you're being funny." And so Steve Harvey was just like, he was like, "I'm not being funny. I literally want to be on TV." Or whatever. And then the lady asked, she asked him, she was like, do you know anybody on TV? He was like, no. And he was like, is anybody in your family on TV? He was like, no. But I seen Bill Cosby on TV. And so I would like to be on TV as well. And so he had seen it. Hello, Inya. Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're able to join us this afternoon on the Sir Hell Speaks Network at I believe it's at 8:30 tonight. So if you can come over there, we would love to have you be a part of the think tank tonight. Oh, it's going to be so epic. But back to what I was saying was when Steve Harvey's mom, well, no. The teacher ended up telling Steve Harvey, was like, you ain't never seen nobody, so I don't know why you thinking like that, woo woo woo. And so then she was like, and I'm gonna send you home, and I'm gonna tell your mom that you are trying to be a prankster, you're trying to be funny or whatever. So she wrote a note home, and she sent it to Steve Harvey's mama. And when Steve Harvey came home, and the mama was looking at Steve Harvey, and she was like, "What did you do? Why, you know how our parents are. Our kids get, even us as parents, how our kids get cut up at school, or we think they done cut up or something like that." And then what end up happening is that she was like, "Why did you go up there clowning and all that?" And he was like, "Mom, I was not clowning. The lady asked me what did I want to be uh when I get older, and I told her I wanted to be on TV. Like that was my dreams." And then his mom was like, "Why would you say that?" And everything. She was like, "You know what? I'm gonna let your daddy deal with you." right? So Steve Harvey knew that his daddy was about to whoop that tail, right? Was about to just tear him up and everything. But however, that didn't happen. So when his daddy got home, and he was like, hey man, what's going on at school? This, that, and the third. And the daddy was like, what did daddy say? The daddy was like, what's going on? And he was like, I told the teacher that I wanted to be on TV, and she thought I was being funny or whatever, and that's why she sent a note home. And so the dad ended up, Steve Harvey's dad ended up encouraging him. He said, you know what? I want you to take that note. I want you to put it in your top drawer. And every morning when you get up, I want you to look at that note. And if you want to be on TV, guess what? You can be on TV. And of course, 30 years later and stuff, he's been seen on TV every day. He's on social media. He's everywhere. And the whole objective of the first part of the morning show was that not to let people, regardless of what people say to you, and regardless of how close to you that they are, not to give up on your dreams and all that stuff like that, right? So then the second part of the show, it took a turn. And when it took a turn, so Sir Hale began to talk about race issues and things of that nature, and how we use our hey there, as we use our race and all that stuff, and about how we all have prejudice and all that stuff like that. And it was very, 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 very powerful to me. And I'm gonna play you a little clip, and then I'm gonna go to some part of the show so you can actually see it there. Oh my god, I forgot when I play this. I'm gonna have to clear my video because it's gonna copyright me. So let me go ahead and clear my video over here, and I have to clear it on Facebook in a second. But what ended up happening, and I'm gonna play this, and I'm using this, I always have permission from my husband to, well, kind of, right? He's gonna be like, "Girl, you're so funny." But anyway, I'm just clearing my video real quick because I'll give you a lesson in content creation. Certain when you use certain music and different things of that nature, you have to just be careful because you don't want the copyright gurus. Hey, you don't want the copyright people to come and strike your video down saying you can't use your video. So, but that's not even that this lesson. That's not even this lesson. But I'm looking for hold on. I'm looking for the feed, and then I'm going to share with you, copy link. There you go. I just had to clear my video because I don't want it to say, oh, you can't use this music. Okay, there you go. Now both of my videos in both locations are cleared. And so I'm going to share with you the snippet, and then we're going to kind of go into the conversation. But I want you to join Sir Hale tonight. If you haven't already, please go over to the Sir Hale Speak Network and join us over there. So I'm going to play the clip real quick. Hey, boo. I see you. All right, here we go.
Sir Hale Speaks.
Presumptuous. It may be, again, the fact that we are human beings and the fact that our humanness, we inherently come with the ability to just be plain evil. And maybe because of that, it doesn't change. But how do we address this? Because if we don't address this now, will it ever get addressed? Will it ever change? We bring up great pioneers and great leaders of our past, like Dr. King and other individuals who inspired us to think about life and people from a place of, I see you as my brother and sister, regardless of the pigmentation of your skin. Is that dream gonna ever be realized? Or, hey, we're human, we're gonna have this is a human propensity for us to categorize ourselves, to label others. There's gotta be winners, there's gotta be losers. I wanna know your thoughts on this.
Sir Hale Speaks.
That was so beautiful. When I tell you, when I tell you it was a beautiful thing, and it really captured my heart because a lot of us, I mean, it's depending on what age you are, right? Because a lot of us grew up in different times. I didn't grow up in the like my grandmother was born in like the 40s. So she grew up in the 60s, like 50s and 60s. Well, 50s in the 50s. My mom was born in the 60s, so she grew up in the 70s. I was born in the 80s, so I grew up in the 90s. My kids was born early 2000, right? And so when you begin to look at the demographics of us, of our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents, we all grew up in different times. But even though we all grew up in different times, we all face different levels of racism and things of that nature. And everybody has their own biases against people, regardless if you're black, white, red, blue, purple, orange, or pink. Everybody has their own thing. And as I began to think of that clip, and we began to look at, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, John F. Kennedy, Gandhi, Mother Teresa. There's Malcolm X. It's so many to count, from women to men, regardless of what color or creed there were, what their national orientation were, right? There's always these fights that we have. We have race fights, we have intellectual fights, we have class fights, just all types of stuff. And what Sir Hale began to ask this morning was how are we going to go about fix this? And I'm going to let you see this clip. And he asked this morning, how are we going to fix this? We know that literally there's an issue. But how are we going to fix it? So let's go to the screen as I do this playback, okay? Because it really touched me. And when things really touch me, it really did touch me. And it touched me. So let me play. Because I think it's like halfway through. I think that's about it right here. We'll play this and then I'll stop it. But if you haven't already,
and she cracked up. And I told her what made me laugh was because I got a friend who eats watermelon and fried chicken. I don't eat that stuff. But it was portrayed that as African Americans, that we love watermelon, we love fried chicken. And I actually eat lots of salads and fruits and vegetables and stuff. And so being in this environment where we were talking and seeing that a perspective was broken, it opens up your mind to say that life is probably bigger than what we think. And so from that experience, we jumped into this about some of the biases we have, about some of the images we have about each other based off of what we see in media, but even deeper than this. Let's take this deeper, because it's not just media. Sometimes it's the handed down experiences from our elders, right? It's their experience, their real lived experience. And because of the traumas and the fears that they went through and the stuff passed down to them, we give that to our kids. So them white folks, you got to be careful of them white folks over there, because them white folks going to look at you a certain kind of way, and to the reverse. You got to be careful of them blacks, the other blacks now, because those black people over there, they might take your stuff, they might. And to my brown people over there, you can't trust them. And a lot of this stuff, because there are some experiences that, yes, there was somebody of a particular ethnic origin who may have done something, but now everybody who looks like them now has to come under that umbrella because that was your experience. I think this is where the problem comes in at. I think this is a fundamental problem. And I think that this is the root of where racism not only continues to exist, but where it thrives. Because Now we don't have to think. I just put you in a box, I put you in a category, and now I no longer have to truly think anymore. I no longer have to think because the category that I have you in prevents me. Guys, let me remove this. I think my, hold on one second. I think my camera is being weird for a second. Right. And so now that I have put you into this box, I no longer have to think. I don't have to do that anymore because the category does that for me. And I think this is part of the problem. So let me ask you guys a couple questions. Can you guys see me now? It should be back now. It should be back now. So let me ask you guys a question. So if we couldn't see skin color and you can only hear a person's voice, how would we define racism? And starting today, what can we do to overcome this? Those are the questions that I want to ask you. If I couldn't see your skin, how would I define it?
Oh, that's a good question. If you can't see somebody's race or somebody's what they have on, and we're just going off of the integrity of who the person is, how would you be able to discriminate against somebody whom you only can go off of the whatever they're saying or the work that they are producing? You never see their face, you never see their color, you never see their that nationality. How would you handle that person? How would you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Brianna. How would you deal with them not even knowing them? If you never seen them, I know a lot of my audience are religious people. So if you never seen a person preach, you never, only thing you know is that these people have a word for you or whatever. How would without putting any biases, because not only do we discriminate against people who don't look like us, talk like us, belong to the same sector or whatever, we have discrimination practices against our own family members, against people, our loved ones, our friends, because of our related biases. We have to get to a point as individual people where we have to be able to come out of our feelings and our because our feelings oftentimes can drive us wrong. And it can drive us wrong about people. It can drive us wrong and make us miss so many opportunities. Have you ever did that, family? Have you ever did that? Brianna say, I go through this a lot from black people because I'm into alternative fashion being treated away or judged. That's my exact point, is that because this sister right here, if you have the opportunity to follow her, she's in the whole anime and things of that nature. My children, they love anime, and the anime community is very big. The anime community is very nice and different things like that. And I'm sure as an African American person, when you're into things that's not culturally normal, or I ain't gonna say culturally normal, but culturally, a lot of African Americans aren't into anime. That's the same way a lot of African Americans aren't into podcasting. A lot of African Americans aren't into crafting. You know what I'm saying? There are some who are, some who aren't. But for those like us, we're into different things, and the fact that we to different things because somebody may not understand that. Oh, it's weird. Oh, it's different. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're trying to, and it goes to the point where even in church, if it's not something that's commonly accepted, people begin to call you a demon because you're not into the same thing that they're into. And the sad thing is, the scripture that many people preach about it, the scripture that many people talk about. You know how scripture say, judge, judge it, you won't be judged. But a lot of people are judging things without thinking. Sometimes and we're all guilty of it, we judge before we think. We judge before we understand. And if you come over tonight, I really want you to be a part of the think tank. Sir Hale Speaks, okay? I really, 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 I really want you to be a part of this think tank. This think tank is going to change your life. Do you hear me? It's going to change your life. And Brianna, I am so sorry that you had to go through that, sis. I'm so sorry that people, they may not understand or anything like that. This woman is a very smart, educated, degree woman. You hear me? She's a nurse. Oh my God. And the fact that, her interests or her hobbies are probably different from most people, that she'll be judged. Shame on them. And they miss the beautiful, creative person that you are. And I salute you for doing something different and also being a representation of color in the anime community and a woman creator. That is so that's so awesome. Salute to you, sis, and everything. What about you on Facebook? I see y'all over there. If you're watching over there, have y'all ever just been judged for no reason? I'm gonna play a little bit more, and then I'm gonna show y'all how to come over here to the Sir Hale Speak Network and make sure that you are subscribed. Y'all, we are so close. When I tell you so close to reaching the subscriber mark. So let's go back over here, or whatever, and I'll fast forward it towards the end. So you got to go watch the whole morning show. She said, I'm excited about this think tank. I'm happy to see somebody realize this is a judge issue and why we can't come together. I appreciate y'all. And we appreciate you, sis. We appreciate you. I'm going to go to the end real quick because I wasn't supposed to be on here this long. All right. And that's where Sir Hale begins to talk about the think tank and all that. So I guess we'll come around here because he had this conversation with this young man, this 30-year-old young man, and it was amazing.
And what
so
could we do today to overcome this?
Here we go.
That's my question from AT Quail. Let us know in the chat if you guys want to hear more. I think you said a lot of great things today, and I think you're an excellent brother. Excellent brother.
Yes, sir. And I'll put my email down there, and then we can talk from there.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So what I just talk from there. I tell you what, I'll put my email address up now. Shoot me an email really quickly, and let me pull up really quickly. Yeah, right here. Shoot me an email.
Okay.
And then let's make it happen.
Okay. I'm gonna go over here on the thing right quick. So let me duplicate this site. Y'all got me doing this on the fly, but let me duplicate this, and then let me put the screen up, and I'll go over real quick, and I'll show you guys what time it's gonna be tonight. I think it's I want to say it was either 8 or 8:30. One of them. I don't remember. So 1 second. Let's go to the screen real quick. All right. So y'all going over here to the screen with me. So if you haven't already, you can go on your computer there and you go to youtube.com, or if you on your mobile application, you can go to YouTube. When you go over to YouTube, just like I'm doing right now, you can speak right here. Sir Hale Speaks. Okay. You're going to type that into the browser. Once you type that into the browser, you're going to see Sir Hale Speaks Network come up. All right. And as you see, the think tank is scheduled for tonight at 9 o'clock. Okay. So that gives everybody time, because we understand, some people who are going to, are at church tonight. So it is going to be at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. The think tank will be at 9 o'clock. So make sure, I'm going to put this up how it looks. Make sure you go and, join us over there at the Sir Hale Speak Network, and you come and be a part of the think tank. This is going to be so life-changing. When I tell you so life-changing, y'all, I'm just excited. Like I said, this morning, that show touched me, y'all. It touched my heart, because I was just like, this is needed for our community. This is not, and not just our community, but just the community in general. Not just black people, not just white people, but every person like needs to hear this, because we have been in our homes for the last 18 months or so. We've been in our homes. You know how they say out of mind is really is a devil workshop, because your thoughts start playing with you. You'll think, hey, Red Lipstick Vibes, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope to see you tonight in the think tank. It's going to be at 9:00 Central Standard Time, and the great minds come together. Let's come together. Let's come, with some solutions and things of that nature, because we have a big world to impact. Our world is bigger than our subscribers. It's bigger than our, 4 or 5 blocks of our community. And when minds can come together, regardless of your religious belief, your sexual orientation, what you like, what you don't like, who you like, who you don't like, whatever, we can come together and we can sit down and we can have a conversation. And I would love for you to be my guest tonight on the Sir Hale Speaks Network. If you haven't already, be sure to press the subscribe button over there on the Sir Hale Speak Network. I'm about to really, really, really develop some conversations for the ladies. I really am. I have been working very hard, securing some interviews and whatnot, and we're going to be impacting this world, because change ultimately starts with us. It starts with us. And if I can change, anybody can change. It didn't take, certain things don't take therapy and all that. Some things, it just takes a mindset change. And you need to be around other individuals who are ready to change their mind. Okay? I'll play just a little of the rest of this real quick. And then, again, the conversation was so powerful that I think that people should join. So let me go over here. Let me just go towards the end. And Sir Hale is, he was talking to Miss Roxy. 1 second. I think that's it right there. Okay, I'm gonna do the last part, and I'm gonna go back in there. So let's go over there, and let's go back to the screen.
All right.
Okay, well, for some reason it's just music playing, but okay. All right, look here. I want y'all to meet us at the think tank. I'm gonna play the last that promo one more time, and I want y'all to come over tonight and join us at the think tank. Okay, 9:00 Central Standard Time. I want y'all to meet us there. Here goes the promo, and until next time, ladies, we'll be chatting.
Sir Hale Speaks.
Presumptuous. It may be, again, the fact that we are human beings, and the fact that our humanness, we inherently come with the ability to just be plain evil. And maybe because of that, it doesn't change. But how do we address this? Because if we don't address this now, will it ever get addressed? Will it ever change? We bring up great pioneers and great leaders of our past, like Dr. King and other individuals who inspired us to think about life and people from a place of, I see you as my brother and sister, regardless of the pigmentation of your skin. Is that dream gonna ever be realized? Or, hey, we're human, we're gonna have this. This is a human propensity for us to categorize ourselves, to label others. There's gotta be winners, there's gotta be losers. I wanna know your thoughts on this.
Sir Hale Speaks.
Join the think tank tonight, 9:00 Central Standard Time. Meet us there. On behalf of the Sir Hale Speak Networks, this is Talk Hale, Ladies, let's chat. Meet us over at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Sir Hale Speaks Network. I can't do it. I try to, but I can't. I love you all, and until next time, bye. Go and get your wave on. Wave. Move your fingers, girls. Move your fingers, girls. Move your fingers. Ladies, move their fingers. I need to get my nails done, though. And then I'm going to really be, when you get your nails done, you be like, ah! All right. Awesome. Thank you, Sally Cell 314. Salute to you. Red Lipstick Vibes, we hope to see you tonight. Brianna E., we hope to see you tonight. I believe, Jalita, much prayers to you in your speedy recovery over there. And if you can tune in tonight, you can tune in tonight Central Standard Time on YouTube and put in Sir Hale Speaks. To my Facebook family, I love you all. And the kids are about to get out of school, so let me go and log off. All right, Sir Hale Speaks. And if you haven't pressed to subscribe, like I showed y'all, let's go to the screen again, and I'll show you how to subscribe. So you go over here to Sir Hale Speaks Network. If you see this little, what's this? It's gray. So if it's red, turn that button gray. If you're on the phone, I wish I had my plug. I plugged my phone up to here. I'll show you how to do it on the phone, but same difference. You go over there, make sure, let's get these numbers up tonight. Let's at least have this at 9:50. If you guys can help me out, share with a friend, and press that subscribe button. I'm asking my YouTube family, go over there, press the subscribe button, get notified when Sir Hale is live. So until next time, now for the end of the stream for real. All right, I love you all, and good